Hey, and thanks for watching. Today I'm going to show you exactly how I install my wigs. I'm going to show you how I customize them from plucking all the way to installation and styling. So today with this wig, these are all the supplies that I'm going to use. I'll list everything in the description bar. And this is the wig before I did anything to it. This is a 12-inch lace front deep wave from R.A.R.E Extensions. You can go to shop R.A.RE So what I'm going to do is wet it down. First, I bleached the knots too, by the way. And I kind of over bleached them, so I had to correct them with the darkest brown rinse that I had. So when I start plucking, I start from the back and I work my way to the front. And I start at the densest area. So when you comb all the hair back and you see that real thick spot, you want to start there. So I part about a ½ inch back. And when you start plucking, what you want to do is pluck, leave a little space, then pluck on top of that, leave a little space, pluck on top of that. And you want to go in a diagonal motion, like you're going towards the ear. So you want to go down at a diagonal motion, because the hair, the way the hair lays and flows, it naturally flows like that. And all you really want to do is break up that hard, harsh, thick line. So when the hair is combed back, it'll look natural, like the hair is just falling in any random spot. So I just want you to watch this side. This side, I didn't speed up too fast, but the next side, it'll be faster because I didn't want the video to be too long. Then you want to make sure you comb out the hair. This is what you should see, about that amount. That's probably the most we're going to take out in one row. And then you comb the hair back, you can see exactly what you did. You want to part a little bit in front of that. So you see how when you comb the hair back, how it's just kind of like randomly sitting. So with the next row, what you want to do is just thin out the thicker spots, as you see me doing. You still want to be very careful, though. You're not going to take out that much hair in this second row. You see that? That's not that much compared to the first time. Then you're going to part again. And you see how it's coming together. Don't worry about that thick line that's back there. We're going to take care of that too. But you just want to focus on the thicker spots. Those little blocks like you see. You want to kind of thin it out. Be careful though. Don't do too much because the hair is wet. So when the hair is wet, it's going to look a little thinner anyway. But you see that looks so much better anyway. We're going to get rid of this rounded hairline now. And you're going to use the same technique. Pluck a spot, leave a spot. Pluck a spot, then you're going to leave a spot. Because you don't want to push the hairline back. You just want to get rid of that perfect, pattern that, you see? And it's just going. It's that simple. I didn't push the hairline back. I just got rid of a few hairs on the line. So this is what it should look like. And I'm just going to take a little bit more off. Wherever you see, you see a little spot here and there. Just take care of it. Now we're going to get rid of that part. So you're going to part a little bit in front of where you originally parted at. But the goal is to pluck a spot, leave a spot, because you just want to get rid of that thick, hard line. So that once the hair is combed back, it just kind of blend, Because naturally, all of this hair that's in my hand that's pulled forward, that's your most delicate part of your hair. And to emulate that out of a wig, you got to make it delicate on the wig. You got to, it's an illusion. So the goal is to just get rid of hard lines. Now, you see that? Then I don't want to overpluck, so I'm like, all right, let me go to the other side. I always do the middle last, and then this is a comparison. You can see the hairline difference. It looked like it's been pushed back, but I didn't push it back. So now we're going to part where the densest part of the hairline is. Yep, right there. We want to pluck that line, pluck a space, leave a space. I sped this side up just so that I can get all the other good details in about installing this wig. But it's the same method. You just want to pluck a space, leave a space, pluck a space, leave a space. Because I'm right-handed, sometimes it's awkward plucking this side. So I will pluck forward. And sometimes that's just a good method to use, or technique, should I say, plucking the hair forward. But I try to go back for the most part. That's where I have most of my control at, in the hair that's being combed back, because I actually get to see what I'm doing and where the hair will actually lay. And if you notice, like, where I over bleached it and I put that that rinse on there, because that's all I had. It's quarantine, so beauty supply stores wasn't open when I was bleaching these knots. So, but I think it's gonna work out because it's close to my skin tone. And you really want to get by the ears too. Like, don't sleep on the ears, because that's where your baby hair is too. And you really want to get up under that ear tab as well when you plucking. And as you can see, it's coming together. And with the front, I kind of wanted to make like a widow's peak. I was trying, I'm like, I'm going to try to make a widow's peak, because I have like a small widow's peak. But with the front, you want to do the same method. Start at the back, work your way to the front. Make sure here, you be careful. You keep the hair wet. Don't forget about keeping the hair wet. And you also want to make sure that you keep combing the hair back and getting all of the hair out that you pluck, because sometimes you won't really be able to see how much you pluck. Might make a bald spot, because I can't lie, I made like a few bald spots. I ain't gonna lie. But I try my best to fix it. So yeah, just be careful. This is very tedious, and I took a break after I did this, because I was like, I just need a break. So just take your time, make sure that you do this part right, because you're gonna be happy. And this is the finished results. That's how it looks. I was like, yes, I was in love with this wig. First of all, this hair, the quality of the hair on this wig is everything. The plucking came out so good. I was like, okay, it was worth all of that time I put into it. Plus, the styling part gonna be easy. All I gotta do is wet it and put some curl cream on it. So I was like, I might as well sit here and pluck this wig. And it look good from up top too. Like, that's kind of natural looking. And I ain't want to over pluck it, because when you sitting there plucking, you can over pluck. And I have 2-strand twists. I went ahead and braided them twists. Okay, honey, go ahead, do whatever you gotta do to get that hair down. And I just tucked my little braids. Boop, boop. And we ready. Put the stocking cap on. Oh, my bad. Okay, so we gotta push them edges back. I use Got To Be Glued, which is exactly what I'm gonna be using to install this wig. I won't be using no lace adhesive. This is very beginner friendly. If you want to buy a wig, buy you a wig, honey. If you don't know nothing about hair, buy you a wig, girl. Watch this video, put that wig on. You're going to be able to do it. I'm telling you. You're going to be like, oh. So what you want to do is get you a stocking cap as close to your skin tone. And I watch a lot of YouTube, so I learned this method from Glamazante. She cut the holes in the ear, spray it on there, blow dry it, and then you want to cut it off. So y'all, these scissors kept failing me, I'm not gonna lie. And I kept picking them up. I had 2 pair, and I kept picking these up. But anyway, I decided to use the eyebrow razor, which is what you're gonna need to cut your lace. They give me many problems at all. Don't worry about the scraggly part, we're gonna take care of that. But you wanna cut off as much of the stocking cap around your hairline as you can. So now you want to use a foundation that's either a little bit lighter than your skin tone or match your skin tone completely, because your scalp is a little bit lighter, but you don't want to go darker. That conceals that scraggly part. But I was actually watching YouTube videos as I was doing my hair, and I seen this one where they used the Got To Be Glued gel to seal the scraggly part instead of makeup. And I was like, dang, I wish I would have seen that before. So I went ahead and put this in here. I think her name was, no, I forgot the girl name. I forgot the video. But if I could find it, I'm gonna link it down below where I seen them do this method with the gel. Then they blew it dry. So now I'm going to press all of this hair back. It's dry now, because remember I took a break after I plucked it. We're going to put this on, dry fit it, see how it's looking, see how this plucking looking, how my hairline looking, how it's fitting. We're going to find the middle of that thing. And now I'm going to pluck a little bit more. Like I said, you want to make sure you get it by those ears. And now I wanted to make a widow's peak. So I'm going to show you. So I slowed it down so I can show you exactly how I thinned it out some. I'm going to comb the hair out. Check the other side. So my technique is to cut up instead of back. Cut the lace right in front of your ear. And this side was a little awkward for me to cut, so what I did was I went 1/2 inch in front of the first initial cut, and I cut up again. Then I'm going to take that little tab and cut right in front of my ear. As you can see, that fits right in front of my ear. Perfect. This side, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut right there, right in front of my ear. Cut up. And that flap, you see how good it's sitting right in front of my ear? Now I'm going to cut going forward. We want to be patient, because this could be like, oh, it took me so long to figure out how to get this like right. It was hard. Because I used to always cut too much off. And then, you want to keep checking it. It's always good to cut not enough than too much. And right here is just that one little tab. See, I kept picking up them stupid scissors. I don't know why I just didn't throw them away. Boop. Now we ready. For me, that used to be the most difficult part. Now I want to clean that makeup, that excess makeup off my hairline. And that gel too. It's time to install. This is really easy, y'all. All I did was use the Got To Be Glued spray. You want to start a 1/2 inch back. And you want to spray directly on that part. Try not to get it too much onto your hair. And then you want to hold it and just blow it dry. Make sure you blow it completely dry. As soon as the hair is dry completely, you want to comb it out. Because you want your hair to move. All you're doing is securing the lace. And that spray, that holding spray is really the truth. And make sure, you comb the hair back in place and then you dry it. Because you don't want to spray it and then dry it, then the hair all matted and then it dry hard and crunchy and matted and, man, you ain't gonna be able to comb it out. What I like to do is work my way from one ear all the way to the next ear. This is so easy. This literally, the install part, the part that we've been prepping for and waiting on, this part right here, it only take a good 20 minutes, y'all, I swear. It don't take long at all. And I sped it up, but you want to be gentle when you combing it out. Cause like I said, this part up here in the front is your most delicate part of your hair. It's the most delicate part of your wig, too, so it's easy. And you basically, when we cut the lace, it's going to be a repeat of cutting the stocking cap. We just going to make some slits in this lace. And use the eyebrow archer to cut it off. You also want to make sure you get some spray by your ears real good. Don't worry about if the spray drip down to your forehead maybe a little bit, because it did on that side, because you're going to be able to pull that off and cut it off. So it's not, this right here is like mistake proof using the spray, just the spray alone. Look at it, it's on there, let me tell you. So you want to make some slits so you can carefully cut your lace off around your hairline. So cutting the hairline is easier than you think. What you want to do is take that flap, lift it up, grab that eyebrow archer, and just carefully make a little pressure up against the eyebrow archer and just cut it off. Even if you cut not enough and you got to go back, that's fine. But don't cut too much, because the goal is to get as close to the hairline as possible. And you want to emulate the shape of your hairline. It's not hard, though. Like, don't get intimidated by this part, because at the end of the day, you can create a hairline. People do it all the time. So you basically just want to cut off, as much as possible. Get as close to the hair as possible without cutting off, too much of the part that you pluck. And be careful. Don't cut yourself, because this eyebrow archer is sharper than you think. But this is the best thing for me to use. It cuts the lace easily, and it gives that jagged effect on the edges, because we're going to spray a little bit more on this to seal this down, and the lace will just completely melt into there, to the skin. when it's jagged and not just straight cut with the scissors. Some of the stuff you're going to have to cut with the scissors. If you have a small pair of scissors, that's the best thing to use, like eyebrow scissors or eyelash scissors, nail kit scissors, those little bitty scissors. I got some, but I'll get those later in the video. I forgot that I had some until later on in the video. It's the same thing with this side. You just want to take your time. Of course, this side is a little awkward by me being right-handed, but I was trying to figure it out, and I decided to cut up instead of going that way. I was like, yeah, this not working. Let me just figure this out. I didn't want to cut myself. So, yeah, you just want to be careful. Once you start cutting, you'll see, like, okay, this is nothing. The lace is a little darker than my skin tone. It looks like it might be like a light brown or something like that. I usually get transparent because I do have some little melanin into my skin, like little skin tone, little caramel, little, you know. But a lot of times, if it's not transparent, it'll like give off a shade or two darker than my skin tone. So what I'm gonna do is add a little powder to this, so I'm not gonna worry about that. I can fix that. So this is the finished look. We're gonna take some Got To Be spray, just a little bit, and seal the edges down. This won't take long at all, maybe about another 5 minutes. You just want to spray a little bit, or you can actually spray the spray onto your fingers and place it onto the hairline just to make sure everything is good. We're going to tie it down again once we finish sealing the hairline. You're going to tie it up and tie it down. We're going to use the edge wrap that came with the R.A.R.E Extensions. Okay, brand in there, baby. Then I use the elastic strap. Let it sit for about 30 minutes. Or you can get it under dryer if you want to, or blow dry it, whatever. It's super dry, super dry. Then we're going to get the alcohol, get that excess Got To Be off. And dry it. Now we're going to use some powder just to lighten that lace up a little bit. And as you can see, that's all it took. That's the comparison. It was just a little darker. That's it. And it could be that it might not have been the lace. It could have been that dye that I had put on there to make it look kind of reddish tone. That reddish tone. Reds. And this is what I usually don't wear baby hair, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna give it a shot. I can't lie, it frustrated me because I was like, you know what? But I'm gonna do some baby hair because, I feel like y'all deserve baby hair. People love baby hair. You might want to do some baby hair. So, girl, let me show you how to do this baby hair. It's like, no. But we gonna part. Small section, you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna grab a space, leave a space. Because in baby hairs, you gotta have a little space in between. This side was still kind of like, molded down. But we're going to work it out. And I'm also use the eyebrow razor to razor these baby hairs. You do not want a blunt cut. Please don't use the scissors. Please don't. And if you have to use the scissors, you don't have no razor, don't cut. Just use one end of the scissor and razor it. Just like this. use the blade of the scissors to razor the hair. Because you can. If you got to improvise, sis. And this is how I usually wear my baby hair. I have my widow's peak pushed back and then my two sides swooped. And, of course, the ear tab swoop. And what I wanted to do is, like, kind of like a dry little swoop to see what it looked like. I plucked out a little bit of the hair. Sometimes you got to pluck it out to thin it out. And with this, you want to put the foam on the hair and not the lace. So, you know, when you swooping in and stuff, the product could get on the lace a little bit. But what'll happen is it'll kind of like make the got to be a little sticky. So when you do tie it up again, it'll kind of seal it even more. You know what I mean? It's like it'll activate the got to be and it'll seal it more. But you got to be gentle. Like when you swooping over that lace, when I tell you, you got to be gentle because it will come right up. It ain't nothing but hold spray. So you know if you wet it, it's going to break them bonds and it's a wrap. If I was thinking, I would have put the makeup on after I did the baby hair. But I wanted to show you all like how it would look if you just didn't want the baby hair. And now we're going to do some baby hairs. And I'm a braider. So I said, you know what? Since I decided I'm going to do some baby hair, and I ain't that good at doing baby hair on these lace wigs, I'm going to do some braider baby hairs. Let me do a little swoop to the loop and a little dupe. Okay? I said, let me get that rat tail comb so I can swirl and twirl this. And I started on this side, but I was getting frustrated. And I was like, you know what? And I didn't realize until I started watching this video. I said, that's because my widow's peak is off. I ain't take enough hair out on the one side, on the other side, not this side, on the other side. And I was like, okay. It kind of made my wig look lopsided. And I was like, man, what's going on? Something ain't right. Let me figure this out. So with this side, you will see what I did. So right here, I was trying to get my swoop right. And I was like, okay, you know what? If I got a swirl on that side, I got to have a swirl on this side. And I didn't want it directly in the middle of my head because I really thought that would have looked real kind of like funny. So I was like, okay, I can roll with this. You know, I'm over this right now anyway. And I really want to get done because let's go. So I'm going to use 2 neck strips. One to hold it down and one to hold that one down. Put the edge right back on and plop plow. That elastic was like, girl, bye. 15 minutes later, it was dry. Look how dry it was. It was so dry, it was hard. And now you want to comb the baby hairs out. That's why I use mousse because, for one, the mousse is not a heavy product. It's just to mold the hair. And it gives it a good shine, too. And I was not feeling those swoop-diddy-doops. I was like, man, what was I thinking? But the hair was already molded in place. Nothing gonna break that mold unless it was some water or something wet. I was like, all right, I can get with this. Let me just finish this and stop prejudging the look. I gotta trust the process. So I'm gonna get rid of this hard, crunchy line from the scarf and the edge wrap and the neck strips. Comb it out real good. And all of a sudden, I started feeling myself. Oh. I was tripping. I really, this hair I really felt like this was my hair. Look at the texture of it. I was like loving this hair. With my quarantine eyebrows. Them eyebrows is getting thick, for real. So I pressed that out. I was really feeling that side. And one time, y'all, I went and got fine. I ain't gonna lie, this was a rush makeup job, y'all. I'm sorry. But anyway, I feel like I was cute. I just was like, I want to just feel cute right quick. So I'm about to wet this hair down. And use some curl cream. My fave. And I treat this hair just like it was my real hair. All I did was wet it down, put some curl cream on it, put some product on it. You could treat this like natural hair. If you're a naturalista, you know about natural hair, you could put all them natural products in this hair. Wet it down, and put them anti-frizz products, the moisturizing products, curl pattern products, smell good, whatever you need. And I'm, did my best to not get the lace wet. Because like I said, it's just holding spray. So, it already performed. It's already performing its miracle. I don't want to mess it up. But I was really, feeling myself. I felt very like a Latin princess or something. Ooh. Big ups to R.A.R.E Extensions, okay? I caught this wig. This wig was on sale, okay? She got a starter wig line. And this is the perfect video to watch to go ahead and get your wig in order. And I just wanted to make sure it was all detangled. I'm going to show y'all the back. 12 inches. Very natural. This is a very, very, very natural look. I'm so in love with this wig. So make sure y'all shop RAREextensions.com. Follow her at R.A.R.E Extensions __ LLC on Instagram. Get you some hair, honey. Black owned business. Love it. I get all my hair from her, actually. And I'm going to show y'all a few little style options. One was just down. This one is just half up, half down. And I thought about like, ooh, I want a couple of bang pieces. So, if this video helped you at any point about any technique, you got any questions about any technique that I use to put this wig on, to style this wig, any products, anything, please comment below. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Christina's Comb. If there's any type of videos or tutorials you want to see, let me know. And this is no filters. I just took this in portrait mode on my iPhone. Just to show y'all, just like, I've only been installing wigs for 3 years. The lace, I've only been installing lace for about 3 years now. 3-4 years at the most, and this is what it looks like. Thanks for watching, y'all. See you in the next video.